Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. We have discussed the various methods of artificial vegetative propagation in plants. Today we will take up advantages and disadvantages of vegetative propagation in plants. First we will take advantages. The various advantages or some of the important advantages of vegetative propagation are as under. Number first, it is the cheaper, easier and rapid method of multiplication or propagation in plants which have either poor seed viability or prolonged seed dormancy. Some plants are there which have poor seed viability or prolonged seed dormancy. And in these plants, this vegetative propagation is the cheaper, easier and rapid method of multiplication. For example, lily takes 4 to 7 years to flower normally because it grows slowly, but we can propagate it vegetatively uh, rapidly in a short period of time by this vegetative propagation. And normally if we will wait to reproduce it sexually, it will reproduce only after 4 to 7 years because it takes 4 to 7 years to flower. But by this method we can propagate this lily plant in a short period of time by this method. Number second advantage is the most important advantage of this vegetative propagation is that it makes possible propagation of those plants which have either lost the capacity to produce, which have lost their capacity to produce seeds. And many plants are there which have lost the capacity to produce seeds. For example, we have seen banana, we have seen seedless grapes, seedless orange, which are which have lost the capacity to seeds to produce seeds, that is which have lost to reproduce sexually. So the only means for them is to reproduce by vegetative methods. And in this method, that is vegetative propagation, makes possible the propagation of those plants which have lost the capacity to produce seeds. Number third, the plants produced by this method will be genetically as well as morphologically similar to each other and also similar to their parents, thus forming a uniform population of plants called a colony. In other words, good quality or variety can be preserved. And if by this method, as we have seen, the plants producing they are produced by mitotic divisions, all the new individuals offspring is produced, they are genetically as well as morphologically similar to each other and also similar to their parents. Thus the plants obtained by this method, they are similar, they form a uniform population of individuals. That means if we have a good quality or variety plant, we can preserve it by simple vegetative propagation. Because if we will reproduce it sexually, sexual reproduction brings about variations, random fusion of genes, gametes, variations. So the only way to preserve this good quality or variety is to reproduce it vegetatively. That means this vegetative propagation helps in preserving good quality or variety. Number fourth is grafting involves, okay, one of the important methods and commonly practiced method of vegetative propagation is grafting. This grafting enables the physical as well as physiological joining of two separate plants for the best economic advantage. As I have already told you while teaching grafting, the grafting enables the physical and physiological joining of two separate plants for the best economic advantage. For example, we generally take root, the stalk, that is rooted part, from a healthy plant, from a resistant plant, and we take the scion, that is the piece of shoot, from a superior quality plant. Thus we produce a new plant possessing the qualities of both the plants. One is resistant, one is healthier one is resistant to the abiotic stresses, and another is having a superior quality. Thus, we produce a new plant possessing both the qualities, that is, on one hand, it is resistant to abiotic stresses, on the other hand, it is producing superior quality plants. Number fifth is vegetative propagation by plant tissue culture has been applied for producing virus free plants or disease free plants, which is impossible by any other method. And we can produce disease free plants from a diseased plant by culturing it shoot apex, because shoot apex is generally free from the diseases. We can produce disease free plants from a diseased plant by plant tissue culture. It also helps us to produce homozygous diploids, which otherwise takes many years, and those without viable seeds. This is all about advantage. Now disadvantage. Some of the important disadvantages of vegetative propagation are: in vegetatively propagated plants, neither good quality can be introduced nor bad characters can be eliminated. Everything has both the sides, advantage as well as disadvantage. This vegetative propagation has also both that's advantage and disadvantage. One of the important disadvantages is that neither good quality can be introduced nor bad characters can be eliminated. Because for this we need sexual stimulus and variations. Both are absent in this method, so neither good quality can be introduced nor bad characters can be eliminated. This is first. Number second, adaptability of daughter plants to varied changed environmental conditions decreases due to absence of variations. So day by day environmental conditions are changing, so a plant or an organism, it has to change with the changing environmental condition. It has to adapt according to the changing environmental condition. For this it needs variations, it needs change. It has to bring change in its genetic makeup, it has to bring change in its morphology. As in vegetative propagated plants, the plants are similar physically as well as morphologically as well as genetically. So the adaptability to change environmental conditions decreases due to absence of variation. There are no variations. The uniform population of individuals is produced, so they are not able to fight with the changed environmental conditions. With the result, adaptability of these plants gets reduced. Number third, the subsequent generations of plants show a general fall in vigor and vitality due to absence of sexual stimulus. For the vigor and vitality, a plant needs sexual stimulus. We see here there is no sexual stimulus, so there is a general fall, subsequent fall in these subsequent generations. So there is a general fall in the subsequent generations of plants while produced by vegetative methods. And in the subsequent generation of plants produced by vegetative propagation show a general fall in vigor and vitality due to absence of sexual stimulus. Number fourth is a disease present in parent plant spreads to all the daughters. If we have a diseased parent, it will produce all the daughters which are diseased. Okay. It produces genetically as well as morphologically similar these daughters. So these daughters will definitely contain the disease, the infectious agent which is found in a parent. This is another advantage. Any disease present in the parent spreads to all the daughters. Number fifth and the last is vegetative propagules. Vegetatively produced propagules cannot be stored for a long time. The the propagules produced by sexual reproduction, they can be stored for a long time, but because they have a long shelf life, they can be stored for a long. But the problem with the vegetatively propagated these propagules is that they cannot be stored for a long period. They cannot be stored for a long period. These are the disadvantages of vegetative propagation in plants. So this is all about the asexual reproduction in plants. In the next lecture, we will take up the sexual reproduction in plants. This is all for today. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum.